Hey guys, so today we've got another break. Today's a pack break, and it's going to be a 2017 Toronto Maple Leaf Centennial set, celebrating their 100 years in the NHL. So I found a deal on these hobby packs, 24 hobby packs for $60. So that works out to be $2.50 a pack, which I thought was a pretty good deal. Hobby boxes are around $110, $115 Canadian now, but of course these are loose, so who knows if they've been searched or what's going on with them. So of course the one risk here is that they are just loose packs and there's no guarantee we'll get anything out of them. But in the hobby boxes, of course, there's 24 of these, so this would be basically a hobby box if it was sealed. And the Maple Leaf marks are 1 in 12 for hobby and 1 in 24 for retail, so maybe we can expect around 2 autographs out of here, but again, since they're loose, I'm not so sure. But there's some pretty good names in there. We got guys like Ed Belfour, Doug Gilmour, Johnny Bower. So there's those kind of cards. The base set is 1 through 100, and then 101 to 200 are the base short prints. There's also a die cut variation set of the base set, so 100 of those. There are memorabilia cards as well. We can take a look at the odds here. So here we can see that there's the regular and short print parallels that are 1 in 1 for the base SPs, 1 in 2 for the die cuts. Then there's gold to 100, green to 25. Material cards are 1 in 72, so 1 in 3 hobby boxes. So you don't typically see that, where the autographs are more common than the materials. But there's regular jerseys, there's premiums, there's duos, and trios. So basically there's regulars, singles, doubles, and triples with patch variations as well. And here's the autograph mix, 1 in 12. We've got the Maple Leaf marks, the AKA autographs, and then much rarer stuff after that. And there's even Maple Leaf cut signatures. So there are the chance for some pretty big potential in here, some pretty big hits, but there's also the chance you can get nothing. But I did notice when looking at the checklist, and a lot of people were not happy that there was a lot of big players missing. I mean, for a 100-year set, you want to have kind of the greats of the Leafs in here, and they're missing guys like George Armstrong, Dave Keon, Matt Sundin, I believe Turk Broda, Red Kelly, Tim Horton. I mean, these are all Hall of Famers, you know, that are just completely missing from the checklist. So that's odd that Upper Deck would choose to do that. But anyways, let's begin. So as for the cards in the background, we are trying to channel some Leaf luck here. We've got a Kessel Bernier Ultimate bunch of memorabilia there at a 15. We've got a Panini Prime triple auto of Reimer, Potvin, and Bernier. We've got a James Reimer 1 of 1 Canada tag from Certified. And we've got a Super Rookie Retro Patch 1 of 5 of Jonathan Bernier. So I've never cracked this stuff open. I've seen a lot of it open before. I kind of want to get the base sets and that kind of stuff, but I'm not so sure exactly if I want to buy any more of this. But considering how high prices are in the hobby these days, this set is actually a pretty worthwhile break if you want something kind of good value. So here's Howie Meeker, Mike Walton, and Johnny Bower. So I'm guessing this would be the short print. Yep, past 100. Big Decoy, Red Kelly, and Jason Blake. And the cards are also very nice. I mean, it's a nice design. Kind of plain, but also, you know, they look pretty good. So I'm just hoping to hit the odds with my 12 packs. Of course, we could beat them. We could get skunked. So we'll see what happens here. All right, we got Wendell Clark, Bobby Bond, Frank Mahovlich, Austin Matthews, and Ron Ellis. Not sure how you'd be able to search these maybe for the materials, but for the autographs, I'm not sure how you'd be able to search them. All right, Frank Mahovlich, Freddie Anderson, Harry Lumley, Austin Matthews, and Ron Ellis. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see some of the notable names of the Leafs omitted from the list, especially guys like Keon and Sundin, who are literally legends of the Leafs and hold a lot of the records for scoring and points. Tomas Kaberle, another Frank Mahovlich. There's a Wendell Clark. And there's our first die cut is going to be Ken Baumgartner. Ken Baumgartner die cut. And Bel Barocco. But honestly, this was kind of just an excuse to open some hobby packs at a pretty good price. As you guys know, the prices are just through the roof these days. And I didn't feel like taking more of a risk on another clear cut box or something like that. Alright, we've got Don Metz, Grant Fuhr, Felix Potvin, short print, Barry Melrose, and Ally Afraidy. Also, it's a good chance to stock up on some decoys, as I should be getting quite a few in here. Hopefully one of them will not be a decoy, because that means we got a hit, but I'm not holding my breath for the hits. So we've got Bob Neely. There's a nice notable, memorable moments of Austin Matthews. That's a short print. William Nylander die cut. Bill Barocco and Errol Thompson. And I know the Habs did also have a Centennial set in 2008-09 for their 100-year anniversary, but that stuff, I think it's like $500 a box now, if not more. Howie Meeker, Mike Walton, Gordie Drillin, Eddie Olchuk, and Mike Johnson. But yeah, it's kind of weird. You see Mike Johnson in the list, but how hard would it have been to print a base card of Matt Sundin? Or Kirk Broda, Busher Jackson, Joe Primo, Hap Day, whole lot of other guys. Alright, we've got Bill Berg, Dougie Gilmore, short print of Wendell Clark, Rick Vive, and Eddie Olchuk again. Noticing a lot of doubles, but then again, the base set's only 100 cards. It's not 200 like a Series 1 would be, and that's why they kind of can get away with putting only 5 cards a pack. Dion Phaneuf, Harry Lumley, Lanny McDonald, Johnny Bauer, and JVR. But yeah, it's a very interesting set. I do want to get the sets, but I don't know if it might be better or worth my while to just buy the set instead of cracking more of this if there's just not a potential for something huge. Russ Courtnall, there's an Eddie Belfour, another Felix Potvin, Rick Kehoe, and Dave Hannon. So yeah, hopefully we don't get all base in these. That would be kind of unfortunate. Just want something out of here. Yeah, I might try a hobby box, I'm not so sure. Lanny McDonald, Nick Metz. There's a nice Borje Salming. I guess he's being honored there. John Anderson and Jake Gardner. Probably about halfway through now. I will say at least the packs are opening easy. Makes my job a little easier for this video. Robert Reichel, Peter Anisek, never heard of him. Sil Apps, Wolf Paimon, and Mark Osborne. I grew up in Toronto, so I grew up kind of a Leafs fan. They definitely disappointed me as throughout my childhood. From 2004-05, the lockout basically past that, until 2012-13, they didn't make the playoffs. So it was kind of disappointing to see that. Brian Berard, Jonas Hoagland, Wendell Clark, Jim Morrison, and Freddie Modine. So yeah, that kind of turned me off a little bit from watching the team, and then they still continue to disappoint no matter how many stars they have. So yeah, that's that. And I guess the drought is what, 54 years now since 1967. So it continues, and I don't see it changing too soon because some of the teams are really good, like Tampa. Frank Mahovlich, another Freddie Anderson, Ian Turnbull, Ace Bailey, and Austin Matthews. This year with the North Division, I think they got lucky because they should be able to make it probably to the 3rd round, but then I'm sure they're going to be stopped by a team like Tampa there. Alright, we've got Terry Martin, Daryl Sittler short print. Behind that is a die cut of Russ Courtnall, Ally Frady again, and Laurie Boschman. So far we've got nothing but base. I mean, of course we do have some die cuts, but can we hit anything? Another Freddie Anderson, Bob Neely, short print of Red Horner, Sergei Berezin, and a Kyle Wellwood. Still using that wood twig. I heard stories that he only had 12 of those left in his career, and he wanted to retire once he used them up because they didn't make them anymore. Alright, Dougie Gilmore, Brian Glennie, Ian Turnbull, Eddie Olchuk, and Mike Johnson. But yeah, again, even if I hit nothing, I just wanted to open some hobby packs. That's kind of the reasoning for picking this up, and it's a good price. So Daniel Moreau, Miroslav Freiser, Lanny McDonald short print, Red Horner, and Jim McKinney. Down to our final 6 or so packs. We've got Phil the Thrill Kessel, Rick Vive, Jonas Hoagland, Jim McKinney again, and Ace Bailey. Alright, we've got Mike Gartner, another Borje Salming, Pat Boutet, short print, Eddie Olczyk again, and Mike Johnson. So we're seeing a lot of doubles. Also, one other cool thing I didn't notice actually would be the it says how long they played for the Leafs there, and it also says the Toronto stats, so that's pretty cool. Let me check out Mike Johnson here. Yeah, so it says the stats they played for the Leafs. So the set was a really cool concept, but it just wasn't, I don't think it was done perfectly right. They could have made it more like a series 1-2 type of thing, you know, more memorabilia. I don't know. It didn't seem like they executed it properly. Here's Carlton the Bear, Johnny Bower, Nazem Kadri, Shane Corson, and Bill Derlago. So we've got just 3 packs left, and we have hit absolutely nothing. So let's continue with Bob Neely, a Wendell Clark retired numbers, a Tyler Bozak die cut, Ron Ellis, and Terry Sawchuk. Last 2 packs here. Don't expect that we're going to get anything here. Sil Apps, Nazem Kadri, and Eddie Belfour. I think that's a short print. Dmitry Yushkevich, and Borje Salmi. So last pack here before we are done. We got a Bob Neely, Daryl Sittler, Mike Krushelinski, Terry Sawchuk, and Pat Boutet. Alright guys, so just to recap, we got absolutely hosed on this break. So as you can see, this is all we got. We got a nice stack of base, so we should have close to the full set there. We got a bunch of short prints, I guess 24 of the short prints, so we're kind of 24% of the way there. And we also got 10 die cuts, so 10% of that set with 10 die cuts. So maybe the packs were searched, maybe they weren't, but anyways, we got really unlucky there. But it was still a fun break and something I've never opened before. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe for all your hockey card content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.